Hey guys, Creator Mom. So I just wanted to chat a little bit about some like patterns that I have been observing, physical patterns. It's kind of like about manifestation, but how like when you pray for something or when you manifest something or you imagine it, sometimes it doesn't come out exactly like what you were thinking in your mind, but it's like the intention appears. And the funny thing is that I'm observing details that I didn't even like imagine or ask for, that are patterns of things that I enjoyed, okay, previously. So right, like I left an unhealthy relationship immediately and abruptly. So I had to stay at a transitionary place, a shelter or a center, whatever, domestic violence center. And I noticed that. So then when I the place that I thought I was gonna get, leave the shelter to get, I didn't get, but I thought I was gonna get this place. It was a house rental, and I wasn't extremely picky because my goal was really to leave the shelter as soon as possible, right? Like I wasn't playing games. I wasn't trying to stay there for a long time. Like I was trying to minimize my stay. So, of course, like the whole time I'm there, I'm like, I still have my routine of praying, meditating, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, because I know I need to move to my next step. So, I thought I was going to get this one place, and it ended up falling through. Thank God, because the management was very bad. Like they had really bad reviews on the BBB, which people say, oh yeah, people who are sour about, when they can't pay rent and they get kicked out. Like basically people will say like, oh, it's just all people that are sour towards the management leaving those. But no, this place literally has like 99.99999 awful reviews, and it is true what they say about them because I experienced it a little bit. They're very slow and very unresponsive, like for the most part. Anyways, so I was spared from renting. But when that fell through, I was like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? I'm rhyming, I love when that happens. And then, it was funny because at the shelter there was this one annoying lady. She had a big mouth on her, and she'd be like, Sheena, that you ain't get that house yet? You ain't get that house? Like, what's going on? What's taking so long? Because it was like already like a month from the time that I had like maybe got approved they approved me their rental application, and it was still it was still a process. So she was like, something's wrong, and I'm like, oh my God. And here I am trying to keep the faith. I'm trying to stay like in faith, like nah, it's all good, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But she had a point. It's funny. It's like, that they say like God will use the donkey. She was kind of like a donkey in a way for, and it was just like, she was right, you know what I'm saying? Even though she was annoying and this lady was kind of borderline psychotic in a lot of ways, but like she was right, she was like, nah, it ain't right that it's taking that long, So anyways, then there was this other lady who was looking for housing too. She was looking for an apartment, and I was scared for this lady because she had like high blood pressure, like she was like really intense. Like she was very anxious like about finding a place, Anyways, I think through her, I don't know, but anyways, through whatever means, I found out about calling the place that I'm at now, and I got this place without even like looking at it, which was the funny thing. I think I looked at the outside. It's like one of those little complex things where all the little houses or whatever apartments look the same, pretty much. So yeah, so then I applied for that, and then I almost ran into an issue, but through some miraculous fucking series of events, it all worked out. And it's crazy because it's just crazy. It's like it's a combination between the spiritual and the physical. Like, I was talking about this with my friend Karen the other day. It was just like, some people, I don't know, it just, everything depends, and everything is allowed. You know what I mean? Like, some people receive miracles by not doing anything or something, you know what I mean? And some people, you know, in different situations, receive it through physical means. I don't know, receive change through a physical means. It just, everything is allowable. You know what I'm saying? It's about what works for you individually. And I don't know, that whole process was really a push, of spiritual push and a physical push, like everything, to get out of that place. And anyways, my whole point in making this video is that now that I'm here, I'm observing how similar this place is in some ways to where I was before I went to the shelter, because I loved the house that I was living in, you know? I loved it. I can love, honestly, I think I can love almost anywhere. But I loved it. I loved sitting on my back porch, you know, when the sun was coming up, you know, just little things like that. And this place has the little things that I liked about the other house that I was at. And it's really wild how the pattern of it is similar. So for instance, well, I do have woods behind me. They don't happen to be my woods, but they are woods. And that is so cool, you know what I mean? Like, I like so appreciate that so much, because I could be in a concrete jungle right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, there's woods behind me, just like there was woods in the place that I left behind me, like on my back porch, just like here. And then the sun comes up on my back porch, so the sun hits in my backyard or my back porch first, and then it goes to the front more so in the afternoon. And that's the same way that it was at the other place I was living at, the same exact pattern, which I love. You know what I'm saying? And these are not things that I tried to manifest while I was at the shelter. It wasn't like, oh, I want a place where I could sit on my back porch and watch the sunrise. Like, I was not that specific. I was just like, you know, and just to see that pattern play out, even the color of the siding here is the same as the siding where I lived, which is wild. And the way that my kitchen faces the woods, and I have a kitchen window that faces the woods, just like I did at my other place, where I can also watch the sunrise from my kitchen window, like while I'm doing the dishes, which is the same exact pattern as it was in the other place. Same. And that is something that I secretly love. It's not something that I even prayed for. I didn't say, oh God, I want a place where I can wash dishes and, you know, while I watch this beauty of the sunrise and the beauty of the trees. Like, not at all. But but it's there. The things that I love in secret in my heart. So yeah, just, I think that all is fascinating. So I said all that just to say that I guess when we're manifesting, or when I'm manifesting, I don't know, maybe some people do get exactly what they imagine in their minds. But it just seemed beautiful that there's things here that I didn't even think to ask for. But they're those little things that you love in your daily life. So